Okay, parked along at the steps end, still way to east, the windsock's blowing almost straight along, but there's a lot more movement on the water, so consistency is improved. Seagulls were up soaring when I drove along, but not getting a great deal of height. There's still the odd one, occasional flap. Plan of action, tiptoe to the edge, top to bottom flight. Be very, very surprised with this direction and strength whether it's soarable in the 1990, sort of 1991 design Black Magic. Airspace checks, turn, step, assist, and zero brake. Recheck. So our glider got a bit of a tendency to hang back, as you'd expect. Let it settle, recheck, and bouncing under the wing and then going back. Very soft and floppy, as you'd expect with pretty well open front sails. However, the direction isn't too bad down here. Wings dropping back, as soon as it's dropping back, flick round and zero brakes. Try and let it drop on its back. Wait till the airflow reattaches at ground level. Check the airspace, gentle surge and stop and surge, asymmetric to try and get it round, that's better, and backdrafted. Okay, definite change in the air there. Wait, set up for the low level wind, more easterly. Expect the wing to yaw round again. Recheck and surge, picking up speed. And check the path. Looking okay at the moment, wings hanging back a bit, and I can see the flag down there. Direction's not bad here. Going for launch. Launching. Put the lean in, keep the speed on, keep the speed in, and stop. Ease off, zero brakes, duck round. And there we go. Nice little gliding flight down. Okay, check the airspace. Recheck. See if we can surge it into some airflow while low. Waiting. Slight movement on the wing. And get ready to bounce, and bouncing. And yep, there's a bit more breeze up there, but not a great deal. I think it's settle, and it backdrafts. So, stopping, and I might go up for another flight. Okay, walked up about 3/4 of the way. Still got the old Black Magic. Technically a Magic 2. It's the one with the big ears option. Check the airspace. Tactile visual audio, checking the acquired controls. Tactile visual audio, checking the acquired controls. Recheck the airspace. Slow. Wait. Let it settle. Waiting until the breeze opens up the wing does the work for you. Got a couple onto the path. Right, clear, and the airspace clear. And despite the breeze visible on the grass at the top, there's just not enough down here at the moment to tidy out the wing. Got a seagull coming along, just soaring and no more. Waiting for the breeze to do the work and open up the wing. Feel slightly more wind, but not much. Slightly more breeze on the back of the neck. Not yet reached the wing. We've got the smoke drift from the barbecue down there and the flag. Grass is moving a little bit. better option is probably to carry the wing, but I'll give it a minute. Seagull almost overhead, still soaring but only just. Right, go for the walk. Brakes parked and checked. Brakes parked and checked. Don't need safety risers, so you can just do gather. Gathering the tips in. See what the wind's like right at the top here. Might be enough. It tends to flow through this bit of the path. Certainly feels better there, as you'd expect. Give it a wee try. Get the watch get very close to the barbed wire fence. Tactile, visual, audio. Tactile, visual check, audio. Certainly better there. Waiting. Recheck the airspace. Tip out, there we go, better wing shape. Take your time, check the airspace. Okay, very soft here. What I'll probably do is just drop it over the back of the tent. And go from the top. More breeze as you come up here. Lift the lines clear of the odd hooks. And just go back up to there where I get clean airflow, run the checks for the controls, and that way as I come off here I've got ground speed added onto the wind speed, increasing the air speed. See if I can get air into 1/2, check. And getting clear. Okay, lines aren't snagged at the moment, but they might be in a second. Nope, got them clear. Bouncing back brakes on to help there, step to drop onto its back. Recheck the airspace. Gentle bounce. Let it settle, rebounce. Okay, now that should be about long enough taxiway, bouncing into air. Next time I want to maintain that airspeed. I've got my set up alignment for the takeoff to the runway. Coming overhead, step the wrong way to put the yaw and roll in. Building up the speed, smooth, 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 smooth. Launching! And putting the warp. Keep the speed on, and stop. Slow turn, zero brakes, and settle and back towards the wing. Just like that. Easy. So, the glider and the harness are both of the same age. 1991 certification. But, the glider's in a lot better state than the harness is. So tips, we've almost got a 90-degree bend, as it were. You can see the big difference. It's not really the same cell shape, just thin leading edge, single tab. Kite guys away. Very large cell opening, but even back in 1991, 1990, it wasn't truly open leading edge. You can see most of the leading edge is actually closed, it's just the bottom section. But because it's so open, when the wing drops, the air can just rush out of it. Modern wings, that would be fully closed cell to there, and then you'd have the cell openings. Also, flares. So nowadays they've got the wee arch thing internally, but it's not really a new idea. You can see the load spread. Got an A attachment, B attachment, C attachment, D, and then the brake fan. 2 risers on some of these old gliders. This one's got 3, but some of them had 2. And this had the 2 version, the Blackmagic 2 had this big ears kit. Meant to be easier to collapse the tips. One of the things you see in a lot of the gliders from this day and age was left and right cell lines. So from the centre cell you've got a line going to the right and the left. It reduces the wing warping, but the Blackmagic's not bad for it. The ITV's quite bad for it. You can lean as much as you want and it just won't turn. Quite narrow in span for depth of cord, so a relatively square profile, and you can see its origins from parachuting. It's not so far removed at that time. And as mentioned on the earlier clip, the airspeed range of this is ridiculous. 40 kilometers an hour, which is about the same as a modern wing, right down to 15 kilometers an hour. So this thing, you can really mush it down and it just settles as a parachute, probably with a sink rate of about 3.5–4 meters a second, but you can literally parachute it down. But no speed system, but the actual trim speed, if anything, is slightly higher. Weight range is very wide as well. From memory, when I read it earlier, 55 up to 90 kilogram all up weight. So that is what the sport looked like 20 odd years ago, plus the fluorescent colours. But actually flies quite nicely when you've got a wee bit lift. Launch, gliders tend to hang back a little bit more. But again, instead of that suicidal committed launch nonsense that they teach, lazy and efficient launch still does the business. So, we've still got a similar breeze. Seagulls are working the seawall lift. Seagulls are working lift up there, but they're having to flap a bit. Alan Coffin phoned to say that lifts dropped right off at Cairnmount. There's not a lot happening inland, so if we get the wind picking up, coastal and staying fairly local looks the best bet. Flag's not doing too much, you can see the smoke just drifting around. Right, camera off.